50 Cent is making it official as he shared more details about the surviving Diddy documentary.
50 Cent has announced that he will be executive producing the documentary on Diddy. Surviving Diddy, too much brother love can cost you.
And guess what? Diddy is finally breaking his silence about the chaos and addressing the issues and rumors that have been going around about him since Cassie filed the lawsuit. But wait, there's more, because aside from exposing Diddy for all the nasty things he did to his partner, 50 is also taking the privilege once again to start the conversation about Diddy and his. But while other people are raising their eyebrows about this documentary, 50 is proving that he has a very good reason behind this project after he revealed that the proceeds from the documentary will actually be used for a good cause. So, when is the expected release of this bombshell documentary and how did Diddy react to it? Let's find out.
Is it true that Diddy broke her nose?
Bust the nose, man.
And just like that, Diddy became the talk of the town. And since Cassie filed the lawsuit weeks prior, people have been talking about him nonstop, like literally, especially since the number of people who are throwing accusations against him has doubled since Cassie first started it with hers. Some even say that this is the start of his downfall.
Fallout for Sean Diddy Combs following abuse allegations against him. Combs has temporarily stepped down as chairman of his cable TV network Revolt. This month, the music mogul was accused of abuse by 3 women, including the singer Cassie.
And while most of it had been humorous, fans think that things are getting serious, and the tension between the two has been incomparable since the lawsuit was filed. As expected, 50 didn't let the opportunity slip away and started posting about Diddy when Cassie filed her bombshell lawsuits a few weeks ago. And while most of it had been humorous, fans think that things are getting serious, and the tension between the two has been incomparable since the lawsuit was filed. As expected, 50 didn't let the opportunity slip away and started posting about Diddy when Cassie filed her bombshell lawsuits a few weeks ago. However, things are getting more interesting, especially after 50 announced that he is actually working on a documentary about Diddy. Yup, you heard that right. 50 is going to make a documentary, like hours of Diddy content no one asked for.
It's looking like 50 Cent was dead serious about doing the documentary on P. Diddy. He's been teasing this for weeks already, surviving P. Diddy.
If you think that's the end of it, then wait until you hear what's coming next, because he is not just planning to talk about the basic stuff. No, that's too plain and boring, and honestly, there's no fun in that, right? What 50 wants is to expose all the terrible things Diddy allegedly did to his ex-partners. Some sources mentioned how 50 might even include a few parts about Diddy and the rumors surrounding his. Okay, now that's interesting. Despite all the reports going around, there are still people who don't believe that 50 would spend time and money just to diss Diddy. Well, guess what? Page 6 actually confirmed this and reported that they have heard from insiders who are very close to 50 that he is working on the documentary. In fact, G Unit Productions has begun work on a groundbreaking project centered around all of the Diddy-related accusations. Right after the article was released, 50 also went ahead and seemingly confirmed everything that was written on it after he posted a screenshot of the piece on his Instagram and even called himself the best producer for the job. Of course, 50 didn't stop there and even gave Diddy advice, saying that if he wanted to be smart about it, it'd be better to file for bankruptcy as soon as possible. Not long after, he also gave fans a little sneak peek at what they could expect, including the possible title of the documentary. Do you have any hints? Well, it seems like 50 Cent is going to name the documentary Diddy Do It and tease fans even more with another post on Instagram saying that the bombshell documentary is coming soon. However, while it seems like 50 Cent is doing all this out of hate for his rival, the latest developments about the project revealed that 50 has a much deeper reason as to why he decided to kick off a documentary that will expose Diddy's alleged abuse. This was after he announced on X that proceeds from the project would be donated to victims of SA and other kinds of abuse.
He even announced that all the proceeds, the profits from G Unit Films, are gonna go to a charity assault victims.
Additionally, he revealed that Diddy was constantly incredibly insecure and jealous if a lady chose one of his pals over him. It even got to the point where Diddy once threatened to punch and spit on a lady just because she turned down his advances. Curry also made very controversial statements about how Diddy allegedly treats all his partners the same way. And yes, he doesn't treat them like queens. It's the total opposite.
You being a part of Bad Boy at one point, how do you feel about these lawsuits accusing Diddy of abuse? What do you think about that? You knowing Diddy, do you think he's capable of doing that, man?
It's in his character. That's who he is. That's what comes with power. That's what comes with arrogance. That's what comes with, what makes him.
This is not the first time 50 Cent has engaged in such efforts because he has been very active with his philanthropic work. Because of this, he even received a few awards for his generosity. One of them was when he was awarded a humanitarian award for his philanthropic efforts in Houston in 2022. According to Fox, the Black Tie event, which took place at the Royal Sonesta Houston, was hosted by Melissa Wilson and Isaiah Carey, and 50 Cent was one of the 12 corporate and civic leaders, philanthropists, and nonprofit founders honored for their selfless service and generosity to the community. And this time, he is once again extending help to those who need it the most. There is also another reason why 50 decided to dedicate the documentary to SA victims. It turns out that the rapper said that it would be hard for Diddy's victims to actually receive justice, especially since they are going against a very powerful person in the industry. I mean, it even took Cassie years before she decided to speak out. In a post, 50 Cent told Diddy about how he would allegedly use his money to silence his victims throughout the years. At the same time, he also pointed out how Diddy paid Cassie so quickly just to end all the fiasco surrounding the lawsuit. Even fans were surprised at how quickly the lawsuit was settled.
Well, this is raising every single red flag I have because Cassie and Diddy have already come to a settlement agreement.
Lo and behold, Diddy finally broke his silence and released a statement about everything that happened the past week. This was after photos of him looking all distraught and stressed made the rounds on the internet. In a social media post, Diddy blasted the people who had been destroying his reputation. He also accused people who spoke against him of coming after him for money. I was sick of everything that was going on around you. I was sick of having to cover up everything that you did. That's why I was sick. Cassie spoke on it and she said, "Yeah, I jumped on it. I jumped in between." There were more instances like this as well. For example, Diddy was allegedly abusing Kim Porter in the same manner as he did with Cassie. And if you heard about the rumors about Kim's death and how Diddy allegedly was a part of it, then this information is nothing new to you. Gene even said that Diddy had called his mother nasty names. And if that doesn't tell you what kind of person Diddy is, then I don't know what is.
In Fifth Avenue, he said, "Didn't I tell you to stay out of my business?" He was talking to his mother. And I said, "Boy, let me tell you something. If I ever hear you cuss your mother again, I'm gonna beat the out you."
If all of this is true, then fans are going to expect tons of juicy details in the documentary. While there are people who are getting excited about it, there are also people who don't like the idea. Surprising, right? At most, fans have a mixed reaction to it. Some of them are upset because 50 is kicking Diddy when he's already down, and despite being one of the most hated guys in the industry right now, his fans are still pretty supportive of him, and he is going after 50 for allegedly taking advantage of the situation and using it to troll his rival again. If there are people who don't appreciate 50's upcoming documentary, there are also those who understand where he was coming from, saying that Diddy deserves this karma for everything that he might have done to his victims. It appears that the majority of fans don't think Diddy deserves any pity, arguing that because he reportedly beat people, it is only fair that his sins be made public. What say you? Share your thoughts with us on this documentary. Please like and subscribe for more content.